Hello guys, I'm Futureal. I stream 5 days a week over on twitch.tv/Futureal, and we are coming in with another episode of Gamer Eats Peppers. And we have recently done the one chip challenge, and building on that, we have also acquired the infamous Death Nut challenge. And we are going to try the Death Nut challenge now. I haven't seen too much about this this challenge. The one chip challenge was very popular. I haven't really gotten to see very much about this one. It's show you how it looks. It's basically small bags of peanuts that are seasoned peanuts. There are 5 different types. 5 different types of spicy peanuts, and we are gonna try them in ascending order. So let me just unpack this. So this is the first one. They are numbered. I don't know if you can see it. The camera is a little blurry because I have the virtual green screen on. You can see it there. There's a number 1 there, and there is a number 2, and there's all of these up to level 5. So that is the entire Death Nut challenge. All 5 types. So we are going to try these. Yeah, I think these are going to be relatively spicy, Paul. So we are going to just do a short process here. I'm going to line them up on the table in front of me. Let me see. Oh, a little rough, this plastic here. The plastic is a little. It's very sturdy. Let me actually jump to the kitchen and go get myself a pair of scissors so I can open these. I will be right back. We jumped into the kitchen, got a pair of scissors because the bag is kind of sturdy. So difficult to rip this open. It's just gonna get really messy. So we're just gonna open them like this. Just cut them open. And this is the first set of spices. So this is heat level mild, right? Heat level mild. I don't believe it, but that's okay. Special blend of Carolina Reaper, Datil peppers, I have never heard of those, and Scotch bonnet. So in here, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know how many of these nuts there are in here, but there are quite a few. Gonna make sure that we take a couple. We have here. This is 2. There's one big one and 2 half ones. So we're gonna try this. This is supposedly the mildest level. So let's bottoms up. Sorry about that. Microphone was a little bit low there. As I said, I grabbed 2 of them. So one full and 2 halves. Well, this is the mildest. And let's see. I do apologize if there's chewing sounds. I know a lot of people don't like that. Okay, I can see it when it says mild on this one. There is definitely a spice kick. There's absolutely a spice kick to these, but they're actually quite tasty. The ones with the number 1, you can see the red number there. It should say number 1. They have a little sweetness to them. They're actually quite good. These. I like these a lot. They're very nice actually. I'm gonna put them on the side here so I don't accidentally throw them away. Because these I definitely want to finish slowly and surely. They were actually really nice. They worked. There was a kick there for sure. Absolutely. But not too bad. Okay, I don't really feel like we need to wait a long time to go over to the next one. So this is the medium one. You see the red number 2 is a little bit of glare from a light there. Red number 2. These contain Carolina Reaper, Butcherlokia, which is ghost pepper, and 7-pot brain strain peppers. That is the seasoning. So let's just cut these open. I'll do it like this so that I don't have to unnecessarily touch them with my fingers. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab 2 pieces, so we're sure that we get a good amount of flavor. So here we have 1 big one and 2 half, the same as last time. Spice level number 2. Let's take a taste on these. Okay. Again, relatively tasty. I almost felt like these were milder. I almost felt like these were milder than the first ones. Again, they're quite tasty. They're a bit sweet, though. Oh, never mind. Discard that. These are spicier. They just took a little bit longer before they kick in. These are definitely spicier. It just took like 30 seconds before it started kicking in. It's the Reaper. It's really a slow starter. But yeah, these are quite good as well. The same as the other ones. I put that on the side. We're now approaching needing to take a little bit of a breather in between here, because these are starting to get quite spicy. Right. Third one. See the red number 3. This is, let's look at the packaging. Carolina Reaper, 7-pot Douglas, and Butcherlokia ghost peppers. Most of you know them as ghost peppers. I usually just say that, call them both. But same thing here. Cut them open. Plastic is flying everywhere. Not so great. There we go. These are almost black. There you go. 1 full and 2 halves. So this is supposed to be the median one of the 3 ones that we had. As I said, Carolina Reaper, 7-pot Douglas, and Butcherlokia, which is, ghost pepper. Let's try this one. Immediately, a little bit spicier. These were not as tasty as the first 2. These are for sure not as tasty. These was actually, I'm actually going to use these to punish myself on stream later, because these were not very good. These are very similar to the Carolina Reaper peanuts that I eat for sub gifts and stuff like that. The third ones, not very pleasant. Put them on the side. Toilet after stream. You never know. Ooh. Heat is starting to build up. Tongue is starting to get numb. Whew. Let's put the boys. Oh. Whew. these are quite spicy. One second. Here we go. Here we go. Put stream chat on the screen. Oh. The third ones were quite spicy. Oh. Whew. Lips, and particularly my, not so much the throat, but particularly my tongue right now is completely engulfed in fire. The throat is fine. Nose, not getting anything anywhere else, just the tongue. Whew, that third one was rough. Actually, I'm not entirely sure how to compare it, but I don't think the third one, like that, wiggle my tongue around. The third one, the one that I just tried, it's kind of hard to compare to chilies that you have eaten before. But if I'm going to try anyway. It is about the same, I think, as the one chip challenge. The third one here, the one that I just put aside, this one, right? You can see the number 3. It feels relatively similar to the one chip challenge, but it's a while since I've done that one, so it's kind of hard to compare. This is number 4. Number 4 out of 5. Ooh, the blur is a little annoying. There we go. This one contains a double dose of Carolina Reaper, a double dose of 7-pot brain strain, and a Trinidad Moruga Scorpion. The names of these peppers are not good. There we have it. 1 full and 2 halves, just like all the other ones. I'm starting to get mucus coming out of every orifice here. And we have a little bit of a buzz going on. But that's okay. Double Carolina Reaper, double 7-pot brain strain, and Moruga Scorpion. Tastier than the previous one, but it still feels like a little bit of jet fuel with sugar. It's not a very pleasant flavor. The previous one was worse. This one is a little better, but the first 2 ones are still by quite far the tastier ones. Spice-wise, that flavor, I might change my mind. That aftertaste is awful. absolutely awful. Back in the throat. I mean, it's spicy. Of course, it's spicy. There's no point trying to say anything else. It is spicier than Satan's butt crack. But the aftertaste of this fourth one was almost nauseating. Whew. I can deal with the spice, but when things taste vile, that is not fun. Oh, one Death Nut, guys. Please change the flavor of the fourth one. That was awful. That was absolutely awful. Yopped why much. I was gonna give myself a little bit of a breather between number 4 and number 5. Number 5 is the last one. And it is quite descriptively called the Death Nut. But, oh my god. That flavor. Ooh. I normally don't drink anything when I'm doing these, when I taste chilies or sauces or whatever, because I want to experience how long it takes for this to go away. Drinking water and all that kind of stuff just makes it worse. It doesn't really help. But oh my god, guys, that fourth one was awful. Absolutely awful. Yeah, whole fat milk. That's like the third best. The third best choice. Second best choice is yogurt, and the absolute best, hands down, nothing can even get close, is ice cream. Ice cream is it almost immediately eliminates it because it cools down your mouth at the same time. It doesn't just so milk and yogurt will bind. The fat from the milk and the yogurt will bind with the capsaicin that's in your mouth, the capsaicin oil, and basically just wash it down your throat. But when you have ice cream, it also cools down your mouth. And what capsaicin does to your mouth is that it thinks, your body thinks that it's warm. It's actually a chemical misinterpretation by the brain. So the brain thinks your mouth is warm. That's why you start salivating, to cool it down. So you salivate like crazy. So if you try and you have ice cream, just have a spoon of ice, like it literally turns it off with a snap of the finger. It's crazy. Yeah, brain goes absolute svega, for sure. But okay, guys. I think I managed to get that awful flavor out of my mouth. Mouth is on fire. Tongue has calmed down a little. The heat is now moving backwards a little. It's at the top of the roof of the mouth, like traveling backwards towards the throat. So the entire front of my mouth and almost all my tongue is completely fine, but it's now inching its way backwards towards the throat. So without further ado, this is the last bag from the Death Nut Challenge. This is, let me see if I can get that in focus. It's bag number 5. It's simply called the Death Nut. And we are going to taste it. So we just cut open the plastic. The plastic is really sturdy. If anyone from this Death Nut company ever watches my video, which is, fantastically unlikely in the first place, I very much like the packaging. Very sturdy plastic. Keeps what's in there relatively fresh. The consistency of the peanuts have been fine, except the flavor on the third one was kind of Flavor on the fourth one was completely omega yikes. Please change the fourth one. The fourth one was so bad. The fourth one was so awful flavor. Oh my god. Well, anywho, this is the fifth one, and this one contains the packaging back here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me actually show that to the camera a bit closer here. You can see all of them If I can get the blur to go away. Yeah, here. All of them have the description of what type of peppers they contain in the seasoning. So I'm basically just reading what it says. So the fifth one, the Death Nut, has a triple Carolina Reaper seasoning, double Moruga Scorpion, 7-pot Primo, and a sprinkle of pure all-natural Scoville capsaicin crystals. That's basically just a fuck you to your mouth. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't do anything for flavor. It literally just melts your face for no reason other than being stupid. So let's oblige. Let's be stupid. Fuck it. There we go. One full and 2 halves, like the rest of them. And put that on the side. So this is the Death Nut. The rest have been manageable, and I'll talk a bit more about all of them when I have finished it. So let's bottoms up these now. 1 second, guys. Initial flavor was very nice, actually. I don't know what they have put on that one, in addition to the spice. But the initial flavor that hit your mouth was actually quite good with this one. This one is going to go through the roof, though. I might cry. I might snot on myself. That's okay. It can happen. I'm just saying it right now. Ooh, there's that awful. Ooh, that awful aftertaste again. Yeah, the initial flavor, like the immediate flavor, was quite good. But then when you chew it and you swallow it, and the sweetness, because I think there's a little bit of sugar on it to make it a little sweet to mix with the spice. It's that sugar that hits you immediately, so it's kind of pleasant. But then when the sugar fades and it brings out the flavor, it's not very pleasant. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed. That will be what is the word? Arrogant. My mouth is on fire, guys. Make no mistake. My mouth is on fire. I'm starting to salivate really, really badly. Snot is coming out of my nose. And this is going to continue to build for a few minutes before it goes back down. But I think it's kind of weird. The first one was quite tasty. The first one was the best one, flavor-wise. Hands down, the first one was the best one. Second one was the second best. Third one was the third best. Fourth was awful, absolutely awful. And this one is pretty bad, but not as bad as the fourth one. The spice jump. The first one feels, it's there. Second one, it's there +1. But the spice level from number 2 to number 3 is a lot. I think for a lot of like more casual spice enjoyers, the jump from the second to the third nut is really, really big. And it doesn't feel like the jump from the third to the fourth and from the fourth to the fifth is equally big. But also remember, guys, you lose a lot of the sense of being able to detect spice when you eat consecutively spicier and spicier food, because you get your taste buds and your senses gets more and more numb. So it's maybe a bad representation, Because if you have tried them, let's say you try them at 5 different instances directly without having them consecutively. You just tried one and then you call it and then you wait many hours or maybe in the next day. I think it would be absolutely brutal. It is absolutely brutal. The last one is going through the roof right now. It's still getting more spicy as we speak. It's getting spicier as I'm talking. And that's how long it's building because of that capsaicin oil. But it's manageable. The awful flavor is gone from my mouth. My tongue is fine. I have no more spice on my tongue. Either that or my tongue is fucking amputated. But it's the roof of my mouth, and it's the top of my throat, and starting to go down on the sides on the throat. It's like a very warm, itchy feeling. But we have this under control now. We have it under control. It is intense. It's not something I would recommend unless you can handle spicy food or spicy peppers. Spicy, you can forget spicy food. Like, no spicy food will come close to this. Like, even like most people don't know what it feels like to eat a habanero fruit. Habanero fruit is brutal. It's crazy because the habanero hits you so fast. The capsaicin is just literally in your face immediately. It's like getting hit in the face with a frying pan. It's absolutely brutal. So you can't really compare this to any food. But you need to be relatively experienced, I think, with spicy food products, hot sauces, fruits, before you should try this. I think if you try this as a beginner, you're going to have an awful experience. Absolutely awful experience. Both because some of the flavors are not very nice, but the spice is... The spice is crazy. The spice is really crazy. But we are through it. It is starting to dissipate. I know that I can feel that it's getting less and less. Yeah, manageable. Definitely spicier than the Pocky's one chip challenge. I was actually quite disappointed in the one chip challenge. I made a small comparison, and it might be wrong because it's been so long since I tried it, but it felt like the one chip challenge is maybe equivalent to the third nut in this collection here. That's how I can try to compare them. Yeah, not pleasant. It's not pleasant right now, but it's fine. We're getting through it. We are managing. But this, yeah, that was my wife. She's sneezing just from the fumes, I think. Like, literally the open bag of these peanuts being on the bench is making her sneeze. But that's okay. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, guys. If you are intermediate or experienced with spicy products, if it's chili fruits or if it's hot sauces, definitely check this out. If you are intermediate or a beginner, be wary with this. You might have a really, really bad time. Notice we haven't had anything to drink. It's on purpose. I want to know what it feels like so that I know how to deal with it. I have every single Gamer Eats Peppers episode on this channel. We have not had anything to drink until at least 10 minutes after. And it's because, from my own experience, you actually make the burn worse and you make it last longer if you start chugging water. But if you want my tips, if you do try this, or you try the one chip challenge, or you try a pepper that is too spicy for your tolerance, the 3 top choices, I have mentioned them earlier in the video. Number 3, full fat milk. Number 2, yogurt. Number 1, ice cream. Those are the absolute best ways of dealing with burning mouth syndrome from being stupid. And that being said, thank you guys for checking out the video. It was not pleasant. I don't want to do it again, but we have done it and we managed. Take care of yourselves until the next time, and I will see you then.